Now let's wrap up with a few more guidelines for you to follow. A lot of people like to use bullets throughout their content to highlight some particular data. Whether it's the services you offer, the problems you handle, or the repercussions of not handling those problems, there's something you need to keep in mind if you're looking at using bullets. Similar to H tags, bullets get special emphasis from the search engines and should only be used with searchable terms. To reiterate, that means if someone were to type that phrase into Google, they'd be looking for your page, or it would at least make sense for your page to show up in those results. Let me give you an example. If you were an attorney, you could do a set of bullets that covered the areas you defend and have a bullet point for each: drug crimes, theft crimes, juvenile offenses. If someone were typing any of those phrases into Google, it's likely they're looking for legal help, right? But you wouldn't want to do a set of bullets with possible penalties they'll face, for example, as these aren't terms someone facing those penalties would enter to find a lawyer to help them. These are some examples of what not to use in bullet points: up to 5 years in prison, hefty fines of up to $10,000, community service and other volunteer work. If someone typed any of those terms into Google, they're probably not looking for an attorney, right? It's totally fine to use that data within the content, but just don't make it into bullets when you format the page, that's all. Now, it is a good idea to use bullet points on each of your category pages and your home page, as it's a nice way to summarize all the pages underneath it. Like if you have a category on landscaping services, you might want to say something like, "Our landscaping services cover anything you may need, including landscape installation, water features, landscape lighting, landscape maintenance." If those were the subcategory pages, that intro would accurately cover all of those subcategory pages as bullets, and that would make sense. On a home page, you might say something similar and list out each of the pages on your site. Just be careful, as if you have a page called Landscapers, you can't say "Our services include," as a landscaper isn't a service. Internal links are also a great thing to use, and these bullets are a good place to throw them in. On the home page, you'd be safe to link all those page titles that are in the bullets, and on a category page, we recommend linking no more than 2 or 3 of your bullet points to the corresponding subcategory pages. Then on your subcategory pages, you'll want to use the category page title somewhere on each of those pages and link that phrase back to the category page. For instance, if we were doing the landscape maintenance page like we've been talking about, we'd throw in the term landscaping services somewhere on that page and then link it back to that page. You'll learn how to create the links later when you're entering the pages in, but we recommend keeping track of which terms you intend to link as you write your content by bolding and underlining that text like we've done here. Now you see these here? We recommend using at least 1, if not 2, calls to action per page. You'll want to put one after the very first paragraph and again right before the last one to urge the reader to take action and call you. These are going to be formatted to look totally different with bold red text to catch the reader's eye, and you'll get to format that when you enter your pages. But from a content standpoint, you want them to be short, no more than 2 to 3 lines, with no more than 3 to 5 words per line. Something quick and eye-catching that commands them to take action is usually best. Realize that offering free advice, estimates, consultations, and the like is a great way to get site visitors to reach out to you. You want to use these throughout the content, particularly towards the beginning of the page, but also in your calls to action. Whether you want to offer a free estimate, a free consultation, or tell them to call or come in to see today's specials, use those calls to action to your advantage. Instead of typing in your phone number in each call to action, there's a shortcut you can use in Webweeble. If you use bracket primary dash phone end bracket like you see in our sample page, it'll pull the phone number from your company info page, and that way if you ever change it, you won't need to go through every page of content to update it. You can just change it in one place and the whole site will update automatically. Plus, it makes sure that all the numbers are consistent throughout. Now, one last thing to keep in mind is that if someone lands on your page, they've got a problem they're trying to solve. They didn't land on your page by accident. Whether they've just been arrested, their air conditioner's broken on the hottest night of summer, their living room is soaking wet, or they're trying to find the perfect gift for their spouse, they need help. You don't need to sell the viewer on the fact that they need help. They know it, and that's why they're on your site. Approach your content with a viewpoint that you can and will help him better than anyone else, and show him that. We've seen far too many sites that focus on selling their viewers on getting help, and too little on how they can help the user, and it comes across as a public service announcement to go find a company that can help you, rather than showing them how they are that company that can help and to call in. Remember, these instructions are all written out for you so that you can reference them as needed while you're writing your pages. And if you ever get stuck, all you have to do is call. We've got a content department that can do the pages for you if you prefer. Hopefully, though, you take these guidelines to heart and go to town letting your area know how you can help them with their problems. Good luck!